Hello everyone, I'm Andy. I'm going to show you how to play double DPS DHs. This first game is against Rogue Priest, and it's Shadow Priest, not Healer. So their entire setup is just based off of the one shot off of Vendetta. And there's my conduits. So I want to make sure that we either save Trinket for Smoke Bomb, save Trinket for Vendetta, or pre-wall every go that they can do. So we get the rogue out here with meta. I go left, and I make sure to dash where I think he could be still. He actually kidneys my friend there, so I stun him. He trinkets immediately and then evasions, which is our win condition. And then he starts attacking my friend still, so I can hunt his back real quick there. And we get life swap, and then we get dispersion. So now he has no cooldown except for fade. He has nothing left. I get blinded, it's DR'd, I don't really care. I also pre-walled that in case he did go me. Didn't get the rogue out. Priest is still about half, just gets hunt one shot, doesn't have dispersion, doesn't have life swap, just gets deleted. God love the hunt. This next game is against Resto Druid. And we're basically just trying to talk about, do we get one shot or do we one shot them? Because can we kill in the global before Divine Shield comes out? Do we kill a Druid if he's out of form or if he doesn't have hots up? Right now, he's not hotted up. The red is. So we go for the Druid, who isn't hotted up. I use Spellblades here to proc the Ursul's Vortex so I can stay on a target easier. And right there, if you saw that, my DH partner almost got literally one shot. He's at like 3%. So I decided to try to all-in the healer and switch momentum around. So he bops there, and we purge it together. I think my purge didn't get it, but I think his purge did get it. And then he sacks me at 10% because the Druid lined the ret, so the ret couldn't heal, and sack came out way too late. And we come back from that. So H-Pal Frost Decay is super unfun because we have to cleave, and that is the Death Knight's like best way to win. And it's really bad to eat Chill Streak. Chill Streak will honestly just end the game for you. So what we want to do is try to either get Bubble with just my cooldowns, and then have him kill out because he is more geared, or just cleave the Death Knight down and see if we can't get a sneaky kill on the Death Knight while pretending to go healer. We actually ended up killing H-Spell because I can get Bubble without him hunting. So we get IBF, we get Divine Shield, he uses Slappy Hand, so he darknesses first, we just eat the damage, it's fine. Darkness falls off in 2 seconds. So at the last end of it, I now use my darkness, and we're just training down HP. He used Divine Shield, Wings is going, Bestow Faith is active, Divine Protection just falls off, he now has no damage mitigation, and my DH partner here still has Hunt. So I get a good Fell Dash right here. And there we go, as he hunts. And it's just over. If he saved those cooldowns for his and just tanked mine with Divine Protection, probably would have lived. But can't say for sure, you never know what crits, what doesn't crit. Now we're gonna fight Rogue Mage. This is a really good and a really bad matchup in the weird way. We have a lot of offensive pressure that completely negates their setup. However, if they get a single reset, we pretty much lose. DHs get 100 ode. They're leather classes. They don't have passive mitigation that isn't literally lifesteal. So if we can't stay on a target and do damage, especially while in meta or during a hunt, it's really hard to stay alive against this. So Rogue is in spawn. I decide that I'm going to bite the bullet instead of my friend here, and I'm going to meta. I get kidneyed. I see Shadow Blades. I trinket. I blur. There's evasion. I get stopped on my hunt, but I was going to cancel it anyway because evasion will stop hunt. I stun that poly. He blinks it. I cage it. He trinkets it. I get rooted. I reflect it. And while this is happening, my DH just there hunts and then I-beams the rogue in the back there and just deletes him. And then at the darkness, I hunt to get healed. I actually got canceled on hunt. He actually breathed after hunt finished its cast time, so it actually stopped the hunt from doing its impact damage. And he also, I guess that mage doesn't have the macro, or whatever you have to have, to not cancel your own ice block by hitting the button again, but he actually canceled his own ice block there. Not that it mattered, but I thought it was pretty weird that a mage in like the 1700s doesn't have that pre-set up. So sub druid, double stealth. If they try to start off stealth, specifically the druid, I think that's bad for them. I think they should pre-hot the best they can. It's obviously going to be a quick game, and they don't want to hide in stealth against double DH. We're going to get you out. I'm talking in chat about how every viable hybrid class, realistically, either runs or has access to a tank legendary. Druids have the Berkson legendary. A lot of paladins run the tank legendaries still. DH's both legendaries, the Darkness one and the Fell Devastation one on I-Beam, they're both defensive oriented. And monks don't have a defensive oriented legendary. They don't have one from Mistweaver that works for them, and they don't have one from Brewmaster that works for them. But anyway. So they decided to both stealth, which I think is a really bad play. Just meta, get them both out. Rake stunned, not cheap shotted. Rogue didn't commit anything, so I don't trinket that. We start doing damage. My friend gets kidney shot, I get cheap shot. I decide not to trinket it, and then use wall, just darkness, not blur yet. And then we just both hunt here. Luckily, Cyclone didn't stop my hunt, because I'm not sure if he wouldn't have evasion and lived. But he didn't evasion, and he just ate both hunts for whatever reason he felt like it, and he just died. Maybe he thought we were going to fake cast it, but pretty rough. So Feral Druid Shadow Priest. I mean, it's rough for them. The most they can do is like focus one of us and have the Druid spam root on instant cast on the other target. But we both have Reflect, we both have Trinkets. And we're actually talking about what the game plan here, and it does not go as planned. my thought process is, we'll both stack Shadow Priest, ignore the Feral, and the second Fear is done out of Rake. I'm going to Trinket it and Reflect the Fear. And we just like go super hard on that. Except I actually Trinket the Fear here, you'll see in a minute. And then I Reflect nothing because he was actually the target of the Feral. So I just waste Trinket and I waste Reflect. Like I maybe get like a Shadow Word Pain off, and like that's literally it. So he pops the root out there. Alright, so I Trinket that, and then I Reflect it after that dash on a target that's being stunned by a Druid. He stuns my my partner again, so now my partner is fully DR'd on stuns, or at least almost fully DR'd. He darknesses, I darkness, we overlapped pretty bad. So there is Dispersion, we stop the healing from the Feral Druid, we're doing big damage to him, we get Berkson, he's healing himself, he gets script back, we can cleave some more. And he actually swaps here, and then triple DR stun and we just kill the Druid. So this is Warrior Wrestler Shaman. And this one's really hard. We actually fought this several times in this Q session, and I didn't include the losses because as much as I would like to teach somebody a takeaway from this, warriors just hit you really hard, and if they're running Venthyr and they have the charge talent and they get good procs, they're gonna stay on target. They're just gonna condemn you down for like 8k, 10k, 10k, 8k, and there's not a whole lot you can really do about it. I mean, you can try to kite, but the most you can do as a Night Fae DH is dash away, and on charge impact with the root, you can actually Night Fae, and it'll still gain you distance. It won't cleanse the root, but it'll still get you distance. So I cage him on his charge there. I actually whiff my leap, but I still land on the ledge, so I'm alright. There's Intervene, so I just noticed that he intervenes. And he's already using his Spirit Walker's Grace. But he's using it for damage. He's casting Lava Bursts. So now he Eartherns, and now he Ascendances, and now he Walls, which is why I don't meta leap like I wanted to. I said he has cooldowns going, I don't want to like burst into nothing. I feel like that's not the play. And I almost have Immolation Aura dash up again. So I I-beam, cancel that, hunt, and then dash again here with my second Immolation Aura there. And it's just too late. They used too many cooldowns before I got there. They use a cooldown. They use literally Ascendance, they use Earthen Wall, and they use Astral Shift, all for just his damage. Which is just... I don't think that's the play. I think you have to like stagger them a little bit better, have more faith in your healing, and don't use Spirit Walker's Grace to get up 2 Lava Bursts. Arms Mistweavers. These guys don't necessarily really make a bad play. They are just unfortunately playing with a Mistweaver. It's just that easy. Cage him on that, get him out of the game, get free setup on this Mistweaver. He goes right, I go left. He gets sapped, that's fine. I Chaos Nova, I beam into Hunt. He actually gets part of the Intervene on that one, on the dot damage. Cocoon is now down. He's died by the sorting. He's trying to live. He does survivals. And then he just gets hunted out. He could have ported it, maybe. There's an argument for that. And, like, maybe he fortbird, maybe he didn't. I didn't really see it. But, like, Mistweavers are just so squishy. And they have such bad instant cast healing. Unlike H-Pals and everything else right now. So Affliction Shadow is just going as hard as you can on the Warlock to, one, make his life unfun, just like he does to every other melee in the game with his stupid legendary, and two, just try to make the Shadow Priest not be able to do damage. Make him heal, make him want to peel, make him stun, make him silence so they don't have goes up. Coil here, I Trinket Coil. I don't know why I hunted, I could have saved it from ability, but I hunted anyway. Trying everything pan. I reflect the dots there. I darkness, I shadow meld the other cast. We're trying to stop everything we can. Just don't get dots up on us. Just chase them down, so the priest with that backflip, vengeful retreat, just running him down. There's life swap. I don't really want to swap from the Shadow Priest. I think that's a bad play. I think that's a bait. I have to go through Fade, then I have to go through Dispersion. I don't want to. I get stunned. He gets kicked there by my DH. I'm dying slowly. Get another I-beam for the leech, and he's just dead. Just make sure the Warlock can't play is how you win that. We actually meant to purge the burst off of Warlock, because you can purge the burst cooldown off Warlock. But Windwalker Resto Shaman is... You'll see here, I actually tried to go for a pretty big outplay towards the end of it, which did not work out in my favor. Warning. Windwalker's hurt. I think Windwalkers versus DH is a very unfun matchup for DH, because every lake sweep, every minute, if they are clones and they just save a clone set, you can 100 ODH. They are very, very squishy, especially me. I'm not as geared as my friend here. We also have a little bit of a miscommunication. I reflect the roots, get my I-beam out here in a second. The Earthen, I don't really care. Trying to kite the monk with my damage as well. Stun him, do that. Can't stun yet, not enough fury. Stun now. Darkness is used, it's his, get knocked out of it. I blurred, I darkness as well. Just trying to do as much damage as possible. And you'll notice he's on the monk and I'm actually on the healer. We didn't really communicate what target we were going. I purged off Riptide instead of the actual Spirit Walker's Grace like I wanted to. Now here's why I mess up. I get Lava Bursted, I'm trying to get away, and I really want to stun the monk here and then I-beam for a big heal, and I just die because I get sapped. He got the sap off before I did my damage. Now, right there, the shaman linked for his monk, but the monk wasn't in it yet, and my DH friend here actually killed the spirit link before it transferred health, so the shaman didn't get the heal off of it. And a monk with no cooldowns and no mobility who just chased me is not going to win that matchup against a DH. So balance H-Pal. This one is basically a fun game of guessing, is he Convoke? Is he Kyrian? Is he Convoke? Is he Kyrian? So he's actually Kyrian, and Kyrian, I think, is the higher bracket that you go. I think that Kyrian is infinitely better. I think Kyrian is so much better than Convoke. So we open up here, and he bursts right here. 12k me. 12k me. I almost die immediately, and I have to hunt. I have to trinket hunt. I don't care if he bubbled it. I needed to get some healing immediately before I just got destroyed. I shadow meld there for a second. Meta out. Get another I-beam. Kick Ashen Hollow. Do it now. We stop Ashen Hollow again with the secondary stun, and he just dies. He had Divine Favor up the entire time. He could have healed. We couldn't get the purge off, but he just refused to do anything but Ashen Hollow. So, this is just a nightmare comp, to be honest. Luckily, we have Reflect, which is going to be really helpful here, but it's the same strategy as always. It's run down a Warlock, and then just try to kill through Priest healing with CC. We have Cage, we have Fell Eruption, we have Chaos Nova, we have Ranged Interrupts, mildly, and we have Purges for Renew. So I stop his Gateway, I get stun on it. That's a really good stun for us, not for them, because they did nothing off it. They did no damage off that. Get feared out, we both trinket it because we both want to stop that cast. Not necessarily the best play, only one of us needed to, but like I said, this is no comms. I hunt first, and I get Guardian Spirit, and I get his wall. So I swap in the priest for a second, make it a little bit harder on him to heal. Get feared out, DR'd, it's fine. I stack up here, I reflect all of our dots back onto him. We're now cleansed, except for the curses. And I want to CC there, so I stun him out of my cage while my DH did the damage, and now my DH swaps over to him, and then he CCs him and kicks him, while I chase down the Warlock. He fades, he tries to mind game instead of heal, and if he healed, he might have lived. We'll never know because he didn't, but that was a very aggressive mind games for a kill that I don't think they could have gotten there. This is the fun police. I don't know if you guys have ever played against like a really good survival back in like Legion or BFA, where they had Diamond Ice. They still have this stuff, they're just not as common. But like Tracker's Net, Diamond Ice, Root Chance on Tar Trap back in the days. I don't think they have a Root Chance anymore. With a Still Trap, they are just a nightmare. However, this one does not get any momentum, and they actually get clowned on pretty hard. So pop the Hunter out, pretty easy. Cage him, no traps, no stuns, no free damage. I beam into a dash against the wall so I don't go too far. I actually try to fake cast Hunt for an cooldowns, they don't do it, so I just full send it. I figured why not, fuck it. My fear breaks or he reflects it, I'm not sure which happened. They stack up for stun, meta out. We're splitting targets. I want cooldowns on the priest, he wants cooldowns on the hunter. He fades, he feigned deaths, and right there the hunter pet sacks the priest. And I'm sitting in my darkness, I'm just trying to like survive real quick. He kicks mind games, I'm back on the priest, and then he just right there hunts and kills the hunter. Hunter didn't turtle, and he didn't have pet sack. And then the priest actually rage quit. He actually logged off right there. His health bar went gray. So this is the last game, and it's Affliction Disc. Super unfun. Affliction just not fun to fight against, just like Frost DKs are not fun to fight against. I'm spacing out here, and I don't actually stop Gateway. I don't really know what I was thinking. I was just kind of like on autopilot at this point. Get Metaform for that, Trinket that, kick that. Oh, we stunned it. Hunt, dash, try to get cooldowns. I get his wall. Meta out. I actually immune the UA on me from meta. Fell dancing, swapping. He got Rapture. So I got Rapture, and I got Warlock wall. So all they have left is PS. And right there's Pattern Fusion, and he just tried to get it, and I didn't try to get it because I couldn't really stay on target. When I could stay on target, I wanted to like do damage to heal. Hindsight, I probably should have done something about that. So he's taking too much damage right there, and he actually PS's way too late. He PS's at like 10%, 15% at the very end there. He should have PS'd right away before meta ended. But yeah, guys, that was Rival. And comment what type of stuff you like to see in arenas in the future. I appreciate it.